Hello, hello, and welcome to Minecraft Education Edition Escape Estate. I am Isabella, and I'm super excited to be joining you as we embark on this virtual escape room. Joining us here is Dan, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Thank you, Isabella. Hi, everyone. My name is Dan Noble. I am a Minecraft mentor and Minecraft and education consultant and I'm also with Isabella, a member of the extended team here at the Cobblestone Collective. Currently, I'm located in Dumfries, Scotland, and my pronouns are he and him.
Thank you, Dan. And I'm Isabella. As you can see, I'm tuning in live here from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, which is the traditional territory of the many Indigenous people, including the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and most recently the Mississaugas of the Credit. And I'm a high school science and computer science teacher. Just like Dan, we are tuning in live from the Cobblestone Collective, and we are a team of current and former educators who support students, teachers, and school districts to effectively integrate technology like Minecraft to support learning through professional development workshops and co-taught lessons, such as the one that you're tuning in live right now. You can find out more about us and register for our future co-taught lessons at cobblestonecollective.ca. So what's in store for today? We're going to do a lot of things. First, we're going to meet a Minecrafter, and rumor has it this person is a game designer. Second, we're going to start escaping Dr. Bukowski's estate. So particularly today, we're going to be focusing on Red Path with blocks. And finally, we're going to start reflecting on our adventure, right? Because ultimately, we are trying to learn through play. I know we're having fun, but let's see how we can learn what debugging is in this escape room. Just as a reminder, we are a video, so always feel free to pause and rewind this lesson at any point in time. Sometimes we might go a little too fast, sometimes we might be too slow for you, but feel free to pause, come back to this video whenever you feel like it. Okay, so now before we begin, just wanted to warn you that you may be able to see and hear us, but we cannot hear or see you. So the way we're going to communicate with you is with this form. So if you can open up a new tab on your browser and type in thecc.page/Minecraft, and we're going to just test out this form to see if you're able to communicate with this question. Is this your first time coding in Minecraft Education Edition? Let us know. And I can already see some people are popping into the chat. I can see that Ava saying hi, Amit saying hi, telling me that it's not the first time that you are joining in. Vincent, thank you. Yes, Jacqueline, this is your first time. Very excited. Christian, this is your very first time. Welcome, welcome. We're very excited to have you with us. Okay, who's ready to begin? I know Dan is. But remember, before we start, we're going to meet our Minecrafter, the legend behind our game. We have Colton Phillips joining us here. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
So much for joining us. So I guess we'll start off with our first question before we open up the floor for our students here. Have you ever completed an escape room?
Me, yes, I have. I've done several in my life. Some team building ones where when I was on some Minecraft teams. So that was the first time I ever played one. Just 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. Did my first escape room. It was really cool. Since then, I've done some with my family. Done some really cool ones with my friends, and I've even made a couple in Minecraft. Hopefully someday I can share those out. But it was really fun to take the learnings I learned from going to real ones and applying that to a Minecraft world, which is pretty fun.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much. I think that several students have also typed into the form. We have Daisy saying no, Justin no, Zayden no, they have never tried escape room. Well, that's okay because we are going to be doing our virtual escape room today. Blythe, maybe you think you have. From what I can gather, it seems like Colton, you were able to escape. So I feel like you are an experienced escape room participant.
Very much so. In fact, the escape room I made is a room about teaching what escape rooms are too. So if for all those people that haven't played it, maybe someday they'll get to. And I mean, at the heart of it, it's a series of puzzles and riddles that you have to solve in a little amount of time to achieve a goal. Usually, escaping is the goal, and hence the name escape room. So think about
Exactly.
if we locked you in your bedroom and we had a key hidden somewhere, and you had to solve a bunch of clues inside your room to figure out where that key was. That would be a little mini escape room. You could make one yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good idea. So like students, make sure you're not limited to physical space. So with solving puzzles and riddles, what does that mean to debug? So students, feel free to type in your answer in that form. But Colton, what does that mean to you as a game designer?
Yeah. Well, I think debug comes from like the computing kind of terminology of like you have a bug, a problem with your software. I don't code per se, but I do build things that could possibly require, debugging. Contraptions and mechanics that I build inside a Minecraft world. For example, if I have a puzzle where I need you to do something and it opens a door and I run it and it doesn't work, which is common the first time you build something, then you got to trace your steps and you got to figure out where it went wrong. So for me, it's about applying, experience based, memory of like okay, what happened last time, so there's some experience to it, and then just kind of going back through the steps. So I usually start at the end and work the other way personally, but I mean there's probably no real right way to do it, but that's what it means for me. Just going back and trying to fix what I broke and trying to do it in a reliable way.
No, I love that. And actually, a lot of students have also indicated that. I think a lot of them have tried to connect it to programming. I think Dorothy said that it means for fixing the code and making it better. Zayden said that debugging means to get rid of a lot of bugs. Yeah, it's exactly like what that word means. You have an error, which is a bug. Kenneth, debugging is fixing the code. And Hannah said that debugging is when you find errors in your code and so that you can fix those the errors. And yeah, so thank you so much. A lot of you have already mentioned this. Coding, debugging is finding errors in the code, fixing those errors. Well done. Tella says that you may not know what debugging means, but you're going to try and find out using these clues in escape room. And that's perfectly fine because we are going to be encountering those bugs in our escape room, and we're going to try and fix them. And we're going to open up the floor right now. So we have here with us Cole. If you have any question about anything, game designing, Minecraft, how to get into Cole's job. Find away any questions. Yeah. And also, just before the students started to ask you questions, maybe Cole, you can mention a little bit what you do at Minecraft.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like I said, my name is Cole, and I am a game designer, and I'm a game designer with the Minecraft education team. What that means is I help make content, such as the world we're looking at today. But I also design features for the game. Examples of stuff from the past would be the advanced features you see NPCs do, like the ability to use commands or the branching dialogue system. If anybody's seen anything where you could kind of tell like a choose your own adventure, so that was a feature that I helped design. The chemistry, if you've ever played with any of the chemistry blocks or the machines, I was the designer for that as well. And then there's some more, but even Code Builder, I was the original designer working on the Code Builder. So yeah,
I love that you can also just like see the things that you've designed come alive as people are interacting with it. I think that's so rewarding.
Yeah, I have to thank you, Cole, for the chemistry mod, because I wasn't really terribly interested in chemistry until I encountered the chemistry mod, and it just opened up a whole universe for me.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, I liked chemistry as a younger kid. I had the chemistry sets when they used to sell those. I don't think they do anymore, but they're too dangerous. But yeah, I really liked it. But I was looking at it from an angle of like, what could we get to like to really get the Minecraft Education Edition in the eyes of like older kids, like high schoolers and stuff. Like that's the kind of demo I was looking for, and something that I thought would like, chemistry stuff's expensive. Let's save them some money. Let's make something like that. And so that was a lot of the inspiration that went into it. But while working on it, I really got excited about chemistry and like learning about all this stuff, especially when I got into like the compounds, which I learned some fascinating stuff. So
Wow.
it opened my eyes to it as well. Maybe perhaps similar to you.
I love that
All right,
because you
we've
can
got-
also be designing and learning on the go as well. I think some students have asked, what got you interested in Minecraft, and what got you, I guess, two questions, and what got you into being a game designer?
Well, I was a game designer a long time before I joined the Minecraft team. I've about almost 25 years experience now. But I thought Minecraft was a fun game. As I played it before I worked on it, as a lot of people on our team have. And yeah, I had an opportunity when I left my previous studio to come and join this one. And so what I was really excited about was, at the time, Minecraft Education Edition wasn't a thing. And so I got into it before it was released. So it was like this new ground. And I thought it was such a cool idea because I had never heard of it, obviously. And the thoughts of what you could do with it were really exciting to me. And that's what really got me excited about it. So when I got the job, I was pretty happy.
Well, you're clearly one of the pioneers to actually like get this started, and now that we're all benefiting from it, we have a question from Lexi. When you were designing games, like what are some of the challenges that you faced, and how did you tackle those challenges?
Yeah, I mean, there's always, especially in Minecraft, there's always a lot of challenges, whether it's in content and you're trying to make the best experience, and you're always fighting issues of time and budget, and versus like getting your creative vision out. So that's always a challenge. And then there's just challenges in what you can actually accomplish in the game, right? And so when we have some ideas, we have to sometimes, I don't know, think of a new approach to get the same idea we want through, but either the system won't handle it, or it'd be too expensive. And I don't mean money, but like too costly in other resources, either time or even processing. But for whatever the reason, you don't always have the ability to do the things you want. But you still want them. You think they're important, so you try to come up with new ways to do those things. So you do make some concessions sometimes, but the end goal is to keep it as true to your original vision, I think.
I love that. And I guess we have a question from Jason. What is your favorite block in Minecraft, if you have one?
Oh man, my favorite block. It's hard because I'm a sucker for the bell.
It's pretty cool.
The bell is awesome. When I learned that you could send a redstone current to the bell, I got even more excited. I was like, yeah, okay, I love the bell. It would be, I guess, kind of a biased thing to say some of the chemistry toolboxes, because I helped design them. But like, I thought the element constructor was a really awesome interface and a cool block. I worked on that with some of our UI people at a lot of back and forth on our team with some of our UX designers, and that was just a real fun thing. And I really just like the idea of being able to like keep inserting neutrons, protons, electrons, and then like seeing the board diagrams, or whatever they're called, come to life. I thought all that was really awesome. My favorite item right now, though, is still the spyglass. I just love the spyglass.
Oh.
It's just so fun. I used it as a tool in puzzles too, and hopefully not in this game, but in someday, if you ever play one of my escape rooms, you'll get to see how I use it as an actual problem solving tool.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's so cool to hear. Well, thank you so much, Colton. Before we wrap up, I was just wondering if you have any tips and tricks for the students who are getting started with our Red Path Blocks estate game. Any sort of tips on how to?
Well, yeah, I got I think the number one tip that I can give for this year's Hour of Code, and you guys probably already cover it, but run the code first. Like, observe what happens. That's the number one thing. Like, it goes back to the heart of the question earlier about debugging. See what happens. See, see if you could comprehend what happens in the code, and then change the code to get it to do what you think you want it to do. And that would, I mean, if you go into it with that perspective, which I think a lot of you probably are, because if you're doing Red Path, you're probably already like a little experienced. So, but that's my take, and that's something that we actually wanted to instill the spirit of in this Hour of Code. So that was a big part of why we did it in this way, where we wanted all these things broken and then you fixing them, because that's such an important part. I mean, I'm sure Dan can back me up on this, but it's such an important part
Absolutely.
of coding is that trial and error. So we've never tried to build that into one of our games, and so that this year that was part of the goal. So hopefully it lands well, and that's my primary advice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And remember, testing out broken code is also a way to observe what is that code doing. So we're going to pay attention as we go through this. So major thanks. Thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy day to meet with us. All the students are very happy to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Cole.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we are going to get started. So we already met our Minecrafters. So thank you. Shout out to Cole. And then now we are going to escape Dr. Bukowski's estate. Remember, we are doing our Red Path blocks. So let's go. So remember, for Minecraft, we are going to be signing in. So if you don't have an account, that's okay. You don't actually need to sign in. You can just simply click on New and Featured. Remember, you do have to make sure that your Minecraft education is up to date. And then when you click on New and Feature, you'll be able to see the Hour of Code there. So make sure you click that and then click Create World. There, you'll just let Minecraft do its thing, and then it will load and pop you into that world. So teacher, this is a great time for us to take a pause and check in with your students. Make sure everybody's logged in and have their world getting started. We are getting into our escape estate. Okay, so once you're in, you'll see this pop-up bubble, and we have our little instruction that says, welcome to Hour of Code 2022. Woohoo! Let's start with a short tutorial. To begin, use your device to either left click or press the correct control. So we're going to not go through the tutorial, because we know that we are going to take all the time we can have in our game. So make sure you click on skip tutorial. Now, for those who would like to complete the tutorial, teachers, feel free to pause this video and then come back to it once your class is done with the tutorial. Okay, so we're going to pop into Dan's screen here. We see our instruction. It's telling us that there's a tutorial. And I don't know, Dan, if you wanted to sort of mention any sort of things. I know Dan is probably going to be using a keyboard, but maybe we have some tips and tricks on tablets.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk very briefly about the Immersive Reader tool in Minecraft Education. If you have not used it before, it is an incredibly powerful and awesome tool, and it's one of my favorite accessibility features that I've ever seen. And you can access it by clicking the book and little speaker icon here at the bottom of the MPC. You can also access it by pressing I on your keyboard. So if you happen to encounter a slate or a board or a poster that you want to read, Immersive Reader will read all of those things, including signs, if you click the eye. So when we click that little icon there in an NPC or non-player character, it will open up Immersive Reader, and it has all the text for the NPC there, and we can play the text, and it will actually read this out for us audibly. and we can change the voice settings. So we can increase the speed or we can decrease the speed. We can change the voice selection, but it does a lot more than that. This is incredibly cool. So we can change the text size. So for someone who myself, who wears glasses, if my eyes are getting kind of tired, I can take my glasses off and I can increase the font size. Brilliant. I can change the font here. I can even change the background. So if I want to make it a different font, and this is easier on my eyes, I find sometimes if I've been reading for a long while, this one. We can also highlight syllables and nouns and verbs and things. And it does line focus. So again, if I've been reading all day and my eyes are tired, this line focus is really helpful because it allows me to zero in exactly where I want to focus and read and break things up a little bit for me. Really amazing. And I can expand that too. The other really cool thing this does is it translates into all sorts of different languages. There's tons of them here. So for example, I'm gonna grab this one here, French. And if I click the document toggle, it translates it all into that language for me that I've selected. Not only does it translate it into a different language, it'll read it back to me in that language as well. So if I click that play button, it will now read it back to me in French. So once you're done with Immersive Reader, if you've had it do its translating for you and you want to go back to the game, you can just click on the arrow in the top left corner here, and here we are. So I'm going to use a keyboard for this one because I am on a Windows gaming PC. All right. And I'm just going to walk up here, and I'm being indicated that I have to right click here. So I'm going to right click on my mouse. If you're using a Chromebook, you're going to do what we call the snake bite, which is that's your right click. So 2 fingers on your mouse pad on your Chromebook will do a right click. Or alternatively, you can hold down your control button on your keyboard and tap it with 1 finger, and that will do the right click as well. If you're on an iPad, and I do apologize, I often get confused between what's right and left click on an iPad. I believe if you press and hold, that's your right click, and a very quick tap is your left click, or the other way around. It's one of those. I'm sure the iPad users are already well aware of what those are. Okay, so I'm going to right click here, and off we go.
Ooh, spooky. We are going into our escape estate. And this is the intro, setting the scene.
And I did note that there were some students that were saying, "Is it too scary?" And it's a little scary, but it's not overwhelmingly so. It's a nice, comfortable level.
Yes, it is not too scary. I think it is just the ambience, the vibe, if you will. So we have here again our instruction. So it says, welcome to the welcome, and then the following tutorial will teach you the basics of navigating Minecraft. As I've mentioned this previously, we are not going to take our time to go through it, but if you would like a little bit of a refresher, feel free to start the tutorial. We will pause, so you can pause this video and come back to it whenever you're ready. Dan is going to click skip, and we're just going to double check. Oh, and let's see. So if you need to do the tutorial, this is a great time for you to do that. Once you are clicked skip, we are going to review what we need to do right now. We're going to meet Dr. Brokowski and enter the estate. And then we're going to find our Lost Diary page and read those pages. And then finally, we're going to meet our agent and select our programming language. Now, remember, we are going to be coding in blocks today. So if you want to challenge yourself and go for a different route, that's also okay. So here we've met Dr. Brokowski. Hello, I am Dr. Brokowski. I see you've received my invitation. Do you think you have what it takes to escape the mansion by dawn and claim the 1 million emeralds? Excellent. Now head to the front door to begin your challenge. All righty, Dan, let's go.
All right.
Oh no. Okay, the house just literally ate you. Oh,
I love that. All right, so let's search the room. I think we got to look. Search says there on the screen, search room for particles. So I see some falling from the ceiling here, but I also see this lost diary. So let's go and right click on that. Oh, I've got a trophy.
Ooh, trophy.
So I'm going to open up my lost diary here.
Okay, so it's important for us to take our time to take a look. So the lost diary says, you have found the lost diary. Can you find all 10 missing pages? So we do need to find 10 pages here as we explore the mansion. Use previous and next below to view the notes you've collected. Perfect. So we have our entry number 1, the attic. Dear diary, last week I received an invitation from some mystery person challenging me to escape this mansion. The note said that if I escaped by dawn, I'd win 1,000,000 emeralds. Though I didn't need the emeralds, I thought a challenge like this would make a great video for my channel. However, when I arrived here, I was gobbled up by the mansion, just like what happened to us. I know that doesn't make sense, but it is the truth, I swear. When I came to, I found myself in this attic. There are 3 locked doors. One of them must be a way out. I just need to figure out how to open them.
Okay. Oh, something going on
there
there.
is the trapdoor. See? Ooh, something. Oh, we found our agent. Hello, is anyone here? Oh my, a human. Do you think you can help me? I can't seem to open this door vent. I think my code may be broken. Do you think you could take a look and see what's wrong with it? Okay, so let's try it. Okay, great.
So
if you can help me out. So we're going to select our language right here.
So we are doing blocks today.
Yes, exactly. Now, if you do consider yourself a bit of an advanced programmer, check in with your teacher to see if you are, if you have the permission to proceed with Python. But we are just going to be working through blocks, and feel free to join us with blocks. So teachers, we're giving you this time to take a pause and check in with your folks to see if they have selected their programming language. We are going to go through blocks, and for those who want to go through Python, that's also okay too. Okay, so let's start. So first, see that cursor on the floor. It needs to move 3 blocks to reach the trapdoor, but it isn't working. Press C to view the code and then run the code to see what is wrong.
Okay.
I guess it's that little arrow.
Yeah, so there's the cursor and it's got to move there. So typically when I'm in a Minecraft, I'm doing a coding exercise, I try to move the actual physical problem that's in Minecraft off to the side, and then I'll open up my code editor, pressing C. That way I can see both at the same time. And I can also, if I press the sandwich button here, I can flip the window back and forth if there's more that I need to see while I'm working on my problem. So let's look at it right now and look at the instructions, because I'm guilty of this. I don't always read the instructions. I tend to zip things through, and it's really important when you're trying to debug things to go and look at and read the instructions thoroughly.
No, it's true. So let's see what it says. The box with the orange arrow on the floor is your cursor. You'll use cursors throughout the house to change blocks. In this activity, we'll use the cursor to open the trapdoor and release the agent. And feel free to interact with the light bulb for more help. The include example code is broken. Can you fix it? Debug the code by running it and see what it does, and then edit it to the correct solution. So remember what Cole said?
Yep.
We always want to run it first.
Okay, so I'm going to run my code first. I'm going to press the green box at the bottom with the arrow. All right, so let's have a look. Okay, so nice big red cross there to indicate that that did not work.
That's not quite right. The cursor needs to move to the trapdoor and tell it to open. Okay,
so let's have a look at the code. So it's moving 2, but we need to move it 1, 2, and 3, and it's missing open trapdoor. So I've got my work area here. I've got my toolbox at the side. The toolbox will have only the code blocks that I will require to solve any particular problem. So unlike if you're in the code builder in Minecraft regularly where there's tons of stuff there, it's just narrowed down. So it makes it a little easier for you to figure out what you're going to need. You'll also note up at the top right corner here, we can increase the size of the area that we're looking at. So it's a little easier to read. Okay, so let's put that there, and I'm going to put in 3, and then I'm going to left click, hold, and drag this to my workspace. You'll note that it's a little bit see-through. That's okay. It's not active right now, so if I run the code right now, this will not be taken into account. So I'm going to drag that, and you'll know it's ready to click into the space when you see that little yellow line come up, and if I release it, it drops in there. If I've got extra code here and I don't want it, I can always just drag it off to this toolbox here and throw it in the bin to get rid of it. All right, so let's run our code now. I think I've debugged it, and we'll see what happens. All right.
Ooh, awesome. Great. It's open. That's strange. I can't seem to get out. Can you check the code again and make sure that I'm moving up 2 blocks?
Okay. So it looks like code agent. Okay, the code only says 1. So if I do run it, it's only level with the floor, so it can't get out. So let's try moving by 2.
Yes. Awesome. Perfect. The agent says that you fixed the code, and now your agent is able to open the green door for you. So the path behind the green door is an easier one. So that's the green path, and that's the path that we're not going to be exploring. So the agent says that you can take the path or talk to me again if you want to try opening the yellow door. So it does feel like we have to go through some problems before we can head to our red path. So let's keep talking to our agent.
Okay, so we'll try to open this yellow door and then try to open the red door.
So you want to try to open the yellow door. For that, I'll need more power. Luckily, I can charge off of moonlight. All we have to do is open the skylight above. The code is not working, so try checking my code to make sure that all 4 trapdoors in the ceiling are open.
Okay. All right, so let's... oh, yeah, he's looking up, pointing up at the ceiling there. I like how the coding agent looks up. That's
and then
very
it's like,
cool.
hint.
All right, so let's press C.
Okay, the agent had just enough power to open the green door. If you can figure out how to open the skylight, the agent can charge up even more to open the yellow door. As always, our code here presented has an error. So debug the code and see what you need to do to fix it.
Okay, so let's check out that code and run it first. Okay.
Okay. So it's opening 1 door so far.
Okay, so open trap door, move by 2, and then we're gonna need one of these in here.
Perfect.
Okay, and then orange is to the left there, so we're gonna move by 2.
Yes.
And then we're gonna open that trap door. And then we're gonna move up, so that's blue. And that's by 2. And then we're going to open a trap door. And I think that should do it.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, let's try.
Yeah, let's try it. All right.
Yes. Perfect. Oh, your little agent's charging. Way to go. I've opened the yellow door for now. So we can feel free to head into our yellow door. But again, we're not going through the yellow path. So maybe we want to talk to our agent again to see how we can open the red path.
Okay.
We'll need to work together to get into the red door. It will only open if I'm standing on the gold blocks. Now give it a try. Can't get there. How about a little help there, friend?
Okay.
Gold
All
block.
right, so let's press C and see what our instructions are.
Yeah. Okay, so to open the red door, both you and the agent will have to work together. Pull the lever to pull up the iron wall, and then move the agent so that it is above the gold blocks in front of the red door. Okay.
Okay.
We
So
have to do
let's.
teamwork.
Yeah. All right. Let's run the code. Oh, okay.
It's just running into a wall.
All right. So the instructions did say to pull on the lever, and I think that's it right there. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's
Oh.
cool. Okay. So let's check and see if that's 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 spaces.
Okay.
You'll note that I'm left clicking here on the blocks on the floor, so it helps me kind of count out the spaces a little better. Okay, right. So see, and we're gonna change that to 14. And then we're gonna go. All right, we've got them all open.
Perfect. Okay, so remember, we are going to go into our red path. So we're going to take a little pause here. So we're going to wait until everybody is able to move their agent to the gold blocks and you've opened the red doors. And now we're ready to embark onto our red path. So can you escape? Now let's follow the red path and see if you can escape the estate. Alrighty, let's go.
Okay, let's follow the path. And away we go.
Ooh. Love the little sparkles. Wait, before you go, I need to tell you something. This house is filled with escape rooms. You'll need to find clues, solve puzzles, and fix code to make your way out. Press C to review the puzzle's code. Run the code to see what happens. If there are errors, fix the code and run it again to test it. That is called debugging. So we just talked about debugging. Some of you already know what it is. Some of you are just learning about it. And we're going to experience it all through puzzles and like riddles. So we'll see.
And sometimes solutions won't be clear, and not all puzzles take code to solve. Okay, that's good advice. I'm glad I read that. When you find a puzzle, remember to run the code first to see what's wrong, then debug and fix the faulty code. It's much easier than writing code from scratch. Keep an eye out for clues such as particles to help guide you. All right. Okay, normally I might have skipped that, so I'm glad I read that because that's a key piece of critical information. All right, so I know there's supposed to be diary pieces around here, so I am going to look to see if there are any before I start trying to solve
the diary page. Let's see.
I'm not seeing any over here. Okay, let's try this particle here.
Okay.
Oh, there's a butler.
All right.
An Enderman.
Butler.
All right, so okay. Can I get across? Oh no, I cannot. Okay, so even if I run, I cannot cross. I thought I'd try it anyway.
Okay.
Find out there because you never know. Because it did say you don't always need code to do it.
It's true. It's true. Actually, I'm glad you did that because I think I would do that too. And then feel like freaking out and like, oh, I'm just trapped in the river, but it bounces you back. Okay. So the Enderman butler needs help getting across the river. Teleport the butler across the river to the diamond block. Then move the butler to the lever and pull it down. Okay,
so looking at that. Okay, let's run and observe. Oh, he fell in.
I see. Okay.
So let's go. So move Enderman by 2, and that's where it fell into the water. Teleport Enderman to a blue diamond block. So there's a blue diamond block over there. So I don't think we need
to move
that top. Yeah. So I'm gonna grab this, put that off to the side. I'm gonna grab that, throw that to the side, and then I'm gonna drop this in here. And then it says move Enderman by 2. So it looks like if he moves 2 spaces after the diamond block, he'll be in position to pull that lever. So pull lever down. So that should do the trick.
see. Teleport 1, 2.
There we go.
Yes.
Puzzle solved. Okay. Oh,
Perfect. Oh, yes.
the bridge is
Perfect.
coming
We
down.
have our
All
bridge.
right. Okay. Oh,
Oh, that's
I
the
spotted
diary
it.
page. Awesome. Okay, so this is our diary entry number 8, the moat. Dear diary, while searching for a way out, I've come across a strange moat dividing this area. The drawbridge is raised up and looks to be controlled from the other side. The butler here is a quiet fellow who doesn't seem to understand my words. Still, I must find a way to convince them to lower the bridge. And we successfully did that.
All right. Okay.
Oh, interesting room.
Yeah, this is searching for particles. Okay, there's some particles
Okay.
up here.
Okay.
Right
Good
click
eye.
on the right click on the particles. Okay, there's some levers here and they do something. Okay, so let's look around the room to. Oh, the floor is sparkling.
Oh,
Why is the floor sparkling? Oh, because
do we have to go down?
there's a maze down here.
Oh,
Oh, and I can see on my screen it's telling me C to code. Okay.
press C.
Let's see if there's more instructions.
Okay, the Enderman butler needs your help getting through the maze to the emerald blocks on the other side. The levers on the wall seem to match the door's colors. When flipping the lever, one door opens and another closes. Okay. Alrighty.
All right, so let's try our code. Now this one, I think it'll be handy to have a pad of paper and a pen or pencil so that we can just, write down right, left, and how many paces our Enderman needs to take. So it's always good to have a pad and paper for these sorts of things to cross-reference what we're doing so we can potentially identify mistakes as we are coding. So let's see how far it gets. Code. Okay, it goes through the. Oh, it stops. Okay.
Now, as Dan is problem solving this, I just wanted to remind teachers, you can always feel free to pause this video and come back to the video whenever you're ready. So if your students need a little bit more time, just pause our video. We will always be here. The video will always be here. So don't feel like you have to keep up with our speed. I do know that we sometimes go a little too fast because we are excited.
So I've just opened the blue door there, and it looks like I've got a clear path now. I'll just show the screen here for the configuration for the levers that I've got. That opens a clear path for the Enderman to walk through. Now we just have to tell the Enderman how to do that path. And I like they've got these stone slab blocks down here. So it's really easy to count how many paces the Enderman needs to take. All right. So move Enderman forward by 2. Well, that's definitely not far enough. So 1, 2, and I'm just using my plus sign crosshairs on the middle of the screen to help me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 up. So let's write that down here. 5 up. And then we should put that in there before I forget.
Perfect.
Okay, and then move the Enderman right. 1, 2, 3. Needs to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Oh, it's 3. Okay, that's good. Sometimes it's good to test code in small chunks. So let's see how far the Enderman gets if I run it right now. Oh, okay. So I think the first part of the code worked there.
Perfect.
So now we need to move forward from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just write that down. 5 up. So I'm just going to copy this piece of code again. So I've right-clicked on that and I can duplicate it, and then I'll throw it in here. And then from here, it needs to move 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's duplicate that. But we are moving. Oh, you know what? That's wrong. Because I need to turn left there. So I caught myself. Okay. And then we need to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to get to the door. So move forward by 6. Okay. Let's try that. So far, so good.
Oh no! Too far, too far.
I think I have made a mistake with my counting.
Maybe just 4 blocks in the, instead of 5.
Okay,
Let's
good.
try that.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for seeing that. And that's another part of figuring out code, is to have a fresh set of eyes that you can rely on to help you spot your mistakes. So frequently when I'm doing scripting or things like that in my own line of work, I will have somebody review my code, because I might have been looking at it for hours and I'm tired and I'm frustrated and getting all pent up, and somebody will come along and just look at it for 2 seconds. Oh, you missed the number right there. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Or sometimes if you don't have somebody available to help spot your errors, what you can do is take a wee break. Just rest your eyes for a bit, take some deep breaths, maybe do something else, go for a drink of water, take a little quick walk around the classroom, come back, sit down once you've de-stressed yourself, and then try it again. And often when I do that, it helps me out 100% of the time. So, and also don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, so that works. So we've got our, where did the Enderman go?
I think he left the
there
room.
it is.
Oh!
Okay,
And we
so
have our particles. It says investigate.
all right. Okay, something's going on here. Okay, see the code. So let's find out what the instructions are.
There seems to be a pattern with the way the lights are flashing. Move the Enderman to each spot matching the pattern the lights are making. Okay.
So let's run our code. Okay. So that is not correct. So let's just wait and see what the sequence is again. Yellow, green. Okay. So we've got green, yellow.
We can switch them around.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, we got a green check mark there. Okay. Oh, new sequence. Blue, green, pink.
Okay.
So let's move that over here. Blue, green, pink. Yeah. Oh, and we got a green check mark. Good. Oh, here's the next sequence. Green, yellow, pink, blue. Okay. Green, yellow, pink, blue. Let's write that down. Okay. Green, yellow, pink,
and blue.
And if you run into troubles with this one, just relax and observe, and then write down.
Exactly. Take a look at the room first.
And there's also the light bulb. So let's press our code.
Okay, folks, we are at our 20-minute mark. So we have been coding for quite a while. We are 20 minutes away. So just so you're aware of our time so far. Okay, so we just solved our puzzle and I think we're going to the next room. Oh, bye.
It's just taking a quick wee look there to see if I'd missed anything, like a diary page. So it's no.
Yeah, usually those pages are stuck on walls, I think.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not seeing
Mhm.
anything around here. So let's click on our particles here. Okay.
So we have an iron wall with those sparklies
Okay.
particles.
So just slide here and let's see what our instructions are.
Okay. Use your cursor to build a staircase to access the upper level.
Okay. So let's try our code. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can collect that. So place box, cursor moved by, I'm going to do one. Place box. Oh, you know, I'm going to move cursor move up by one. And then place box. That should do it. There we go.
Oh, nice. We have our little staircase and we can get up there. Perfect.
Okay. Any sign of any
Page. Where's our page?
Not seeing any pages here. Okay, so all right, let's just walk across here.
I don't think we can. Are you getting bounced back? Oh. No.
I thought I tried to make it through the it's like a wind tunnel here, and that did not work. So I can't. There's no quick way through there. I'm gonna have to go my way through. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see what our instructions are.
Alrighty. Use your cursor to block the wind so you can walk across the bridge. Okay. I wonder what this code does though. Obviously our code has a bug. We are trying to fix that. Nice. Okay. You have 3 places that you need to block.
Okay. So the first part seems to work okay.
Yep.
So now let's flip this over. I might have to reposition myself here just slightly. Okay, that's better.
Perfect.
So place block, and then we can, and I think, there's multiple ways that we could do this. I could go up or I could go across and then up. Lots of different things I could try there. I think I'm just going to go, let's see here.
And this is when I find drawing on a piece of paper is really helpful to kind of visualize it.
I'm going to move 2 over, and then we're going to move up by 1. And place a block.
Perfect.
And then we'll go 1, 2. And let's move down. And then, place a block. And let's see how that works.
Move up. And move.
Something wasn't right there. So let's review our code.
Oh, it's moving down 0.
Okay, I forgot to put that in. Thank you. Teamwork.
Yay.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Amazing.
Okay, good.
Oh, great minion.
Up there. Okay. So, let's press C and look at our code.
Okay, use your cursor to build a bridge that helps the crate minion reach the button. A staircase up will appear once the crate minion has pressed the button. Okay.
Okay. So let's check the code.
Oh, it's gonna fall.
Oh. So you've got to move 1, 2. I'm saying about 4.
I think so too. I wonder if
This
you can
block.
like use the repeat block.
Yeah, let's get adventurous and use the repeat. So I'm gonna slide this here, and I'm gonna keep the original code off here as sort of a reference to the right here, and I'm gonna drop this loop into here. So it's gonna repeat my instructions the amount of time that I need it to do it. So we're going to place block, and then cursor move by 1, because we're going to have the loop
Place
do the
block.
4 times.
Right.
And okay, so I think that'll do it. Oh, there we go.
Woo! Very fast. Okay, press the button.
there
And
we
we got
go.
our staircase. Perfect.
Right, so let's look around here. Maybe I'll cross
The
this bridge.
diary
Can I
page.
go down here? Oh, no, I cannot go down there.
Oh.
So diary pages. I'm not seeing a diary page
neither.
in here.
I would like to know what this room is. So elaborate.
Hmm.
Oh, right
Oh,
there.
there it is. We spotted it at the same time.
Perfect. Okay, entry 9, the cellar. Dear diary, my search for a way out has led me to the vast cellar. The wind howls across the chasm with such force that I am afraid to set foot on the rickety old bridge before me. For a moment, I thought I have heard something fly above me. It must just have been the wind. I wonder though.
Okay, so we need to do some coding again. So let's see here.
Okay, so now we have to use our cursor to break the blocks in front of the door to escape. So let's see what the current code does, and let's try by debugging it.
Okay, so we need to break at least 2 blocks here. So
move cursor
let's see. Yeah, we just need 1. Actually, we don't need that at all. I'm just going to get rid of that. So break block.
And then move
up by 1.
Perfect.
And break block.
Let's see.
There we go.
Nice. Sana.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. And here we go to the other room. Ooh.
Interesting. Bedroom of some sort. Oh, I see our...
Yes. Okay, the drawing room. Dear diary, my travels have found me in a small sitting room. It is warm and inviting. It feels like I could just stay here forever. No, I must press on. Strange things are afoot here, and I'm pretty sure I am not alone.
Okay. Particles. Particles. Click the particles. Okay.
Okay, let's go. And we have our instruction. Use the cursor to turn on all the lights. Once all the lights are on, the door will open.
Okay, so this is a good opportunity to use a loop again, but I'm going to see what the code does right now. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it does turn on 3 of them.
So, or we could just one.
Ah, I see. So you're just repeating that.
So how many are there? So it's going to move 1,
7?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
7 lights in total.
6 that needs to be turned on.
Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's try that out. All right.
We solved it. Okay, so the door's open and now we're in a different room. I see the particles.
The room here. I don't see anything else at the moment. Okay, so see.
Fill in all the holes in the floor with the cursor to open the red curtain. Okay, so let's see what it currently does. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's get ourselves positioned here. So we need to move one. We need to move 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Okay, so got to correct that. Place block, move 4. Place block, move up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was 5. So that's 4. And then so place block, move, place block, move, place block, and then move. So 4, place block. And let's see how that does.
Okay. 1.
Oh, we've got a middle block that we've got to sort too. Okay, so close. So now we need to get it from, so it stops there. So it's got to go 1, 2 down. It's blue. And then it's got to go over 2. So orange. And then place block. All right.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to click on this and see. Oh, whoa.
What's going on here? Okay. Just look around a little bit. Okay. So C.
Solid blocks stop the laser. Okay, I see. Shift the row of green blocks to make the laser pass through the glass blocks and turn on the light at the other side.
This looks fun and challenging.
I know.
So let's try this. Oh, that's awesome. I love
Also,
that.
we have our laser for one of the lights. Oh, that's I see.
Okay, this is going to
So
be
it
tricky.
does change. Okay, there's different levels.
Okay. So we've got green, and then the yellow needs to shift. Okay, this is going to be hard. So let's
The left.
try that again. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, let's flip this over. Let's flip back. I'm just gonna close this for a second. So the green one was this one.
Mm-hmm.
So that worked. So the yellow one, let's just watch which yellow one again.
So the green one moved left. The
Okay.
yellow moved left.
So
I
that's
see.
the yellow one. Okay, so the yellow one has to move 1
2
to the left. And then we've got no. Okay, getting a little bit
So
I'm getting worked up here.
Change maybe the second line of code to 2.
Okay.
And then try that out.
Okay, let's try that.
I feel like I'm gonna be blocking something.
Oh,
yes!
thank you.
Perfect.
There's another one.
Okay, now we have another. Alrighty.
So we've got. Oh, it's changed. Oh, okay.
So
This is not
is
easy
it
at
going to
all.
be different now? So
Mhm.
1. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a timing check. We have about 5 minutes of coding
Okay.
left. So I believe this may be our last puzzle as well, Dan. Oh,
Okay, so let's move green by 1, yellow by 2,
maybe
and red. I think let's change that.
maybe right?
Yeah, we can do right. And try 3.
Yes, let's try that.
I think that might work.
One, 3. Oh, I think we're so close.
Yeah.
So close though.
Okay. So let's just double check again and see our green first. Okay, yeah, that's not working unless... Okay, that gets all... The yellow and the green one are okay because they're all the way through. So it's just the red that's being blocked. So let's see. Let's try trial and error. Let's try 4.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. And I see that some of you have put in the form that your code is not working, and that's exactly what's happening right now as well to us. Our code is not working, and we're just trying out numbers at this point.
And remember about the light bulb, and see, ask a friend. Okay, so 4 didn't work, so I'm gonna try incrementally. We're gonna go up, and we're gonna try 5.
Okay. 4, 5.
All right.
Yes. Perfect.
That one was really hard. That could have been very frustrating if I didn't have your help, Isabella.
Oh my goodness, I know. Tell me about it. So we are going to go into our next room here. Let me just double check in terms of our timing here. Maybe we can try and see if we can find our last diary page and see where we're at after that.
Okay. Let's look for the diary page.
They're so hidden, these
I know.
pages.
They've done a really good job of hiding them. Over here. There we are.
Perfect. Okay, we have our entry number 7, the laboratory. Dear diary, I made a most fascinating discovery today. A laboratory. It's complete with mysterious machinery and strange experiments, the likes of which I've never seen. Or have I? There is something very familiar about this place.
Okay. I think we've got to go back because that's where I saw some sparkles.
Particles.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Press seed code.
You'll need to add a specific amount of blocks to each of the hoppers, and maybe there is something in the room that can tell you how many. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking, 2 yellow, 4 blue, 3 magenta, and 2 orange. So let's go. Let's move that there. And 4. Oh, you know what? I can change that to make this a little bit leaner and meaner. There we go. So 2, 4, 3. Oh, that's the yellow one. 2. Oh, 2. There we go. Sometimes I find that a lot in code. Like you'll think you've pressed a number or a
Oh, I
key, and
know.
it doesn't, and it leaves it out, and you're like, why isn't this working?
Oh, and yeah, that's absolutely it. And this puzzle is actually not very visual for me. I was like, am I even doing the right thing? But there's a little green pad over there. So unfortunately, we are kind of going close to the end of our lesson. So it's okay if you are not done just like us. We have time later on, check in with your teacher. So we've done a lot. We've met our Minecrafter today. We went and tried to escape Dr. Burkowski's estate, particularly with the red path. That's a very challenging path. So pat on the back for those who are able to follow along. And then now we're just going to reflect on our adventure. So on the form, you're going to have some questions. So let us know how you felt about it. Before you go, we want to celebrate your learning. Download that certificate and make sure you click on Get Certificate, save it onto your computer. Teachers, feel free to pause this video, wait until every student has accessed their certificate, and then close Minecraft. Once they have closed it, we are going to go back to our form here. What was the hardest room to escape? So while we're waiting for students to let us know about that, Dan, what was the hardest room for you?
You know what? There were a lot of hard ones, but I like how they also had some easier ones in between to help you regain some of your self-confidence.
Confidence.
But the hard ones were the funnest. But I would definitely say, like, I think the laser room was really challenging for me, trying to separate which lasers were going where, and that was really hard but fun.
No, I agree with that too. That actually, I couldn't even visualize it if
Yeah.
it weren't for the fact that we were just trying that one line of code
Mhm.
over and over again. For Timothy, they said it was the chess room. Yes, the chess room was not a place that we saw today, but it was in a different room. Anna said that to get the butler to move through the maze, I know, like opening and closing certain doors in that maze was kind of difficult. Some people have also said that the final stage there. Oh, those of you who have already gone through the laboratory, you've mentioned that that was also a very challenging room. So well done. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. And while we are here, what was your strategy when debugging the code? I can see that some of you have experienced some challenges. So what was your strategy in addressing that? How do you debug? Did you debug like Dan did, which is just trialing and erroring, just like changing the number and see what happens to the code? Or did you take a break? What did you do? I see Anna told us that using pencil and paper, writing it down, that's great. Rishi mentioned asking a friend, right? Check in with your friends, ask them how they solved this, and see that we have Riley also said that rereading the instructions, that helps a bit.
Mhm. Definitely.
Yeah. Anything else? Okay. So while you were at it too, can you let us know what is the best part of this lesson? The best, your favorite part. For me, it's definitely the laser. It
Yeah,
was
the
challenging
lasers.
and fun at the same time. So
No, I'd
yeah.
agree with that. The lasers were really fun.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Timothy said that same way that we did, trialing and erroring. Yeah, that's the best way. And I'm a science teacher. That's basically it's experimentation, right? We're just using code to experiment. And yeah, let's see. The best part of this lesson was to escape the estate. Of course, yeah. If you got to the very end, then you have accomplished the very purpose of this game. So thank you for going through that. Marianne has also said that the best part of this lesson was kind of visualizing how your code would look as you're putting in the blocks. So yeah, thank you for sharing all of that with us. So great job, everybody, and great work for coding. I thank you so much for being such engaged students. Thank you so much for telling us how you felt on the form. Make sure you check in with your teachers for your next step. Maybe they will give you a little bit more time to code. Maybe you can do another activity. So make sure you check in with them to see what are the next steps. And it's been a blast to be coding alongside with you. Thank you so much for inviting us into your classroom. We had a lot of fun and hope to see you soon in another Code Taught lesson. Happy
Thanks, everyone.
coding.
Bye.